Hi everyone, so this week I'm going to be doing week 8 and week 9 update. On week 7 I didn't do an update either, but that's the week that we went to our first doctor visit and we had the ultrasound, so I just posted the ultrasound for week 7. That's basically the only thing that happened week 7. I didn't feel any symptoms, didn't really buy anything, nothing really changed. The only thing is that we actually got to go to the doctor for the first time. And they gave me a different due date, actually. That was the only thing that changed. And we thought that the due date was January 3rd, and they gave us a due date of January 1st. So definitely looking like the first baby in 2013, even though we asked him how that would work, since I'm sure he doesn't want to be delivering a baby on the 31st and saying Happy New Year working. So I want to know if it's going to be the backup doctor or, what's going to be the scenario. But he mentioned that normally they try to do it before and not, exactly the same day. So I'm not sure how that's going to work out. I think our second appointment, we would definitely talk more about that. So basically symptoms have changed dramatically. I have actually more last week. My chest was in a lot of pain and it literally hurt when I would just walk. When I would walk and I guess just a little bounce, it would be so painful. And it was not fun. This week it still is a little painful, but definitely not as much as last week. And I definitely had a little, two separate instances where I actually have thrown up, and the first one was probably the beginning of week 8, where I know this might be a little weird, but I'm obsessed with popcorn and cheese. That's like my snack. So when I get home from work, before I have dinner, because I'm waiting for my husband, I make popcorn and cheese. So I'll make the popcorn and then I'll put shredded cheese on top and then put it in the microwave for a little bit, let the cheese melt a little bit, and I eat it like that. So I know it's very weird, but I've always done this for years and I've loved it. I used to eat popcorn and cheese every single day, and it was terrible, but that's what I had. Sorry, my dogs are coming. So I came home after work and made myself some popcorn and cheese, and I started eating it, and it wasn't the same. That was, I think, the first time where things changed with my taste and smell and all that good stuff. And I started eating it, and it wasn't as good as I remember it being, and then I was just like, I need to stop. I'm not enjoying this. So I stopped, and then I had to just throw it out. I couldn't smell it anymore, so I threw it out. I Febrezed the whole house because I couldn't take the smell, and then I laid in bed for a little while, and I just didn't feel good, and then I went to the bathroom and just threw it all up. So at that point I said, okay, it's not really nausea and that I threw up because of that. It's because I ate that specific thing that really wasn't good in my stomach, so I just threw it up. Now today at work, I make myself in the morning, I make my husband and I these smoothies, and they usually contain whatever fruits we have. So today they had apples and grapes and peaches and strawberries, and I think that's it. And then I will put this, I'll show you guys some other video, but I put this jar that he bought, I don't know where he bought it, but it's basically like algae but in powder. And I also put some other seeds, just all very healthy stuff. And I also put spinach or kale. Today I had put both spinach and kale, and I make it, I leave one for my husband, and I take mine to work, and I normally just drink that while I just start checking my emails at work. So I got to work, and my friend said, oh, I'm going to go down to the cafeteria to get something to eat. I normally always walk down with her, and today I said, no, I'm going to eat oatmeal, which I have at work, and my smoothie, and that's about it, but I'll walk with you. So I went down, I filled up my water bottle, and I was drinking it, going down with her. And in the cafeteria, we have like a station where they make eggs however you want them. And a lot of people put ham, and they put onions, and they put cheese, and they put all these different things that I've had before and I love. But today it smelled terrible. I was like, oh no, this is not good. And then I went upstairs and I felt really, really sick, and I hadn't had anything because I didn't even have my smoothie yet. So I only had a little bit of water in my stomach. That's it. And I went to the restroom, and then it was so terrible because people at work do not know that I'm pregnant, and I'm going to tell them once I'm 12 weeks or 3 months pregnant. And so I didn't want to go to the restroom on my floor because I knew that if somebody heard me, they would immediately think that I was pregnant. So I went down, I'm on the 3rd floor, and I went down to the 1st floor, and I was just, it was the worst experience. I was just throwing up, but it was, you know, my stomach acids, and it wouldn't stop. And I was like, okay, it needs to stop. And for hours, I think I was 3 hours running back and forth from my desk to the bathroom every 2 seconds. I mean, for the first 3 hours, I couldn't work. It was very uncomfortable. I was thinking of leaving and going home, but I wanted to stick it out because I know I have doctor's appointments coming soon, and I have a lot of reasons to be early, late, or not come to work at all, and I didn't want to use today as an excuse. So I was trying to stick it out. Through the afternoon, it got better, but I still didn't eat. I was just, I grabbed crackers, so I was eating crackers and water the whole day, or eating crackers and drinking water the whole day. And then when I got home, I finally ate, and everything's better. I haven't gotten sick, but it was definitely a bad experience. But that's about it. I hope that these are just, that it's just gonna change and not keep happening. But I guess it's all part of pregnancy, so I'm okay with it. What else? Oh, the baby is now, I have the app What to Expect When You're Expecting, and it says that the baby is now the size of a grape or a green olive. So that is the size of the baby right now, which is pretty cute. I mean, it's tiny, but I mean, it's growing. It grows so fast, so it's exciting. The app actually, it's a very good app if you guys have iPhones, or I don't know if this app is available for anything else, but it actually shows a picture of what the baby looks like, and that's what the baby looks like week 9. And it also gives a lot of details about how you should be feeling and how the baby is. It also says that the baby has developed new organs, including the liver, the spleen, and the gallbladder, and just a lot of more facts that are very interesting. So this is the app. I also have the book on my Nook. Let's see. And I've been reading it, and it's definitely helpful. I mean, you do have to skip through a lot of parts because a lot of things are, if you're having multiples, read the next, 2 pages. And if you have had 3 kids before, and if you are having twins, or if you're having 5. So a lot of pages, you have to skip through them, but it's definitely very informative. It gives you a lot of information that you might be thinking and maybe not know. And you can, technically just Google things, but you never know what websites are reliable and which aren't. And this book is pretty reliable. So here's what to expect when you're expecting. I heard there's 2 versions of the book. This version, if you can see right there, has a mom in jeans and a shirt, and I think the book before had a mom in like a flowered dress. So they've made her modern now, and as you can see, I'm on page 100, and it's just very good. I think it's kind of like the Bible of pregnancy. If you have any questions, I mean, you just come to the book, and I'm sure the question is in there. So it's really good. I've been reading that. But the app is just nice because it tells you, oh, today you're 10 weeks pregnant. This is your update, and this is the picture of the baby. And it's just really nice to just be able to have it on your phone. And it actually has options where you can post pictures of yourself. So I don't know if you see right there, it says photos, and you can, keep track of it through through the app. So it's very good. I'm enjoying that. Also, I had to go out and buy more cream to prevent stretch marks. I don't have any stretch marks right now, but I'm pretty sure most of us are nervous about getting stretch marks. So I'm just using, well, I'm using a couple of things, but this is something that I think everybody has used or knows someone who's used it. And my mom and my stepmom, and they all told me they never got stretch marks through their pregnancies, and they've both had, well, my stepmom has had 2 babies and my mom has had 3, and they both say they didn't get stretch marks. And then this is what they used. So it's just the regular cocoa butter formula cream for stretch marks by Palmer's, but the smell was just gross. I mean, I don't even know. It just wasn't my favorite. it didn't smell good at all. So I ran out of this old one and just went out to get a new one, and they said new advanced formula, and it has a light scent. So I'm guessing a lot of people were complaining about the smell, especially if you're pregnant. You know how your scent, everything just changes, and you definitely smell a lot more than you used to. So something very light might be very strong for us. So this is what the new packaging looks like, and this is what the old packaging looked like. The new one has just a band of blue, and it just says new advanced formula, and it definitely smells a lot better than this one. So those are the two. And it doesn't really have, it just smells light and more like baby lotion. It smells good. So that's what I'm using. I'm also using cocoa butter. I don't know where I put it. I think it's in my bathroom. But it's basically, I just got it at Whole Foods, and it's organic coconut oil. So it's in a jar, and when you have it just sitting in your room or just at room temperature, it's kind of a hard consistency, kind of a hard paste. But once you put it in your hand and you just rub it, it just turns into oil. And then that's what I just rub everywhere. And I use that at night because I just don't want to be greasy during the day. But it smells like coconut, so it definitely doesn't have a bad smell. I've heard a lot of girls use olive oil for the same purpose, and coconut oil is definitely better because it doesn't have that smell like your salad. And I heard also that coconut oil actually is able to penetrate because it's thicker. And hopefully between the coconut oil and this, I don't get stretch marks. And I'm also drinking a lot of water. I was a person that barely drank water. My husband drinks tons of water. He's always drinking water, and everywhere he goes he has a water bottle. But it's just very hard for me to drink water, and I just forget, and I don't. But now that I'm pregnant, I'm definitely forcing myself to drink water, at least 8-9 cups of water a day. And it's easy when I'm at work. I just have a big tub of water and I drink it, and the second it gets to the end, I go refill it and come back to my desk. And it's definitely easier. Now it's difficult for me for the weekend, both Saturday and Sunday. I'm just home and just my whole schedule's off. So it's harder for me to drink water those days, but I'm definitely working on it. I'm not sure if there's anything else, but that's about it. My next appointment for the second ultrasound, I think, is June 24th. So I will be, let's see, probably 11 weeks pregnant, and that should be fun. So I'll keep you guys updated. I'm going to try to make 2 other videos right after this one, so I will be wearing the same thing. It's going to be the bag that I got on my first appointment and the comparison between the Bump Genius diapers that I originally bought and the Alva Babies that I just received. So I think that's it. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll see you next week.